Hey deserving listeners, it's time to watch 90 Day Fiancé. My name is Dr. Kirk Honda. I'm a therapist and a professor. As I always say, any episode I do can get into triggering content, so watch with care. Let's watch.
The flipping industry, because I have a little bit of experience. I know how to do like basic work, and if it's gonna improve the shape of a house, not afraid of getting my hands dirty.
So I didn't know I'd ever be commenting on something like this, but one, there's no reason to take off the doors, and two, there are screws. Is this what he's going to do to he's just going to obliterate everything with a hammer?
It's always a fun day because it's a way to get frustration out, and you don't have to think, you just break it and like a dumbass can do it.
Now, if he is using it as some expression to get his emotions out, then maybe that's why he's doing that. Maybe I'll give him the benefit of the doubt on that one.
The electric comes on, the gas comes on.
And it's off right now because I tried it.
So you don't even know what you're talking about. So it just kind of pisses me off because he's in here saying, you know, I talked to your dad, like we said we want to remodel the kitchen. I'm willing to get my hands dirty, you know, selling the dream to my dad. And then what does he do? He comes over here and tries to do his own thing without even talking to anybody.
So if I understand the situation right, I will kind of agree with Charlie, which is surprising, that it looks as though he doesn't know what he's doing. Charlie is like, the gas is still on, pal. You think the gas is off? You could have caused a massive natural gas fire in this house. Now, there's another way to say it. Charlie could be like, hey, I love your enthusiasm. I love what you're doing here. There's a couple things you need to, you know, make sure you do so that you don't destroy the house, but, you know, let's work on that. But that's not Charlie's attitude, because I don't think Charlie actually wants to help.
Like, that's what I'm doing. You know, like, I'm not supposed to be doing this. I'm more qualified to do that stuff.
Like, this ain't gonna work because I don't want to have to come back and clean up your mess. You have to talk to me before you do any work here.
Like, this is literally not what we discussed with Chuck, because I told him from the beginning I'm gonna work with Chuck.
I'm in charge.
This is so maddening. So the easiest way out of this conversation is for Andrei to say, okay, Charlie, what do you want me to do? What should I do? Should I do this? Should I do that? What should I be doing? That's all he has to say. Problem solved.
In charge of this, not him.
Look, if you pull your self now, I'm not doing this bull.
Are you gonna walk out like a bitch? Come on.
Yeah, you.
Whatever.
Like,
You too. Get out of here.
You're a bitch.
And clean up your mess.
You.
Wasting my time and money.
Now, Charlie doesn't make it easy, but I guess from his side, if we're going to use this as a jumping off point for healthy communication, Charlie could say, okay, like I said earlier, I love your enthusiasm. I like what you're doing here. You did some good work. Yes, you should have done everything thus far, but let's be careful around the electrical. Let's be careful around the natural gas line. Let's do it step by step. How about you do this and I will do this, you know, some kind of help. It just seems weird that the family, because Chuck's, at least according to Andrei, told him to go to the house and start demoing, when the family should be showing him the ropes, just kindly saying, do this, because, you know, he seems like he wants to.
Idiot.
Charlie's jealous of the fact that I'm trying to get things done.
Just leaves all this bull out here. Why the would you even rip the fridge doors off?
Yeah. Well, Charlie said, why would you even rip the doors off? What's the point in that? Yeah, that's true. All right, well, that does it for that episode of Psychology in Seattle. If you didn't know already, we have a Cameo. I have a Cameo, meaning that I can send messages, direct messages to people, happy birthday, happy anniversary. It's actually pretty fun. And also, if you want to become a patron of the podcast, that's how we know you like what we're doing. If there's one, if you like the channel and there's one thing you want to do to show your appreciation, it's becoming a patron of the podcast. But only if you want to. And everyone out there, please take care of yourself because you deserve it. You really, really do.